right, our second video of section 9.3 is all about temperature, converting from degrees Fahrenheit to degrees Celsius. So Fahrenheit is the unit that we typically use here, right? When I say it's 95 degrees out, I'm really talking about 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, water freezes at 32 degrees Fahrenheit. It boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Celsius is the other unit we use in temperature, where water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius and boils at 100 degrees Celsius. And so you can see that Celsius kind of makes sense. 0 freezes, 100 boils. We had to be difficult as usual and use a different unit of Fahrenheit. We need to be able to convert, though, back and forth from Fahrenheit to Celsius and Celsius to Fahrenheit. So there are some formulas that we can use to do that. I suggest that you find these formulas on your formula sheet so that you're comfortable. So when it asks you on your test to convert temperatures, you can find the right one. All right, in this first one, the top one, you can convert your degrees Celsius into Fahrenheit. And the second one, you can convert Fahrenheit into Celsius. We're going to do one of each now. In example 5, kind of a corny example. This is your book, not me. It says here, the bills from your European vacation have you feeling a bit feverish, so you decide to take your temperature. The thermometer reads 37 degrees Celsius. Oh my gosh, are you freezing? Should you panic? Well, we're not used to Celsius, most of us, and so 37 degrees Celsius doesn't make much sense. So let's convert it to Fahrenheit to see what our temperature actually is. So, using the formula where we can convert Celsius into Fahrenheit, I have 9/5 times whatever my degree Celsius is, so times 37, plus 32. Now be careful, order of operations says you have to do multiplication first. I see so many mistakes when students do these problems because they take the 37 and try to add it to the 32 first, but we're supposed to multiply before we add or subtract. So I need you to take this 37 and multiply it by 9/5. What you're really doing is taking 9 times 37 and then dividing it by 5. Take that number and then add it to 32. You should end up getting a temperature of 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, which is a normal temperature, and so you're perfectly fine. So 37 degrees Celsius is the same thing as 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay? All right. This next one says the temperature on a warm spring day is 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Find the equivalent temperature in Celsius. So let's use the other formula to convert from Fahrenheit to Celsius. Plugging in my Fahrenheit degree, I have 5/9 times 77 minus 32. Now, do you notice that it's in parentheses? Remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally says that you're supposed to do parentheses first, PEMDAS. And so what we need to do is make sure, again, we follow that correct order of operations and do 77 minus 32 first, and then take that answer and multiply it by 5/9. If you do it in the wrong order, you're going to get a wrong answer, so please be careful. You should end up getting that 77 degrees Fahrenheit is the same thing as 25 degrees Celsius. Making sure you can convert back and forth from Fahrenheit to Celsius and Celsius to Fahrenheit. Find it on your formula sheet so you know where it's at during test time, okay? All right, we are done with Chapter 9. We're going to do a few sections in Chapter 10, and then we're done with our last unit. So hang in there.